won't have any defenses inside, so they can leave themselves vulnerable if say the Terran sneaks a Vulture through using the Mind Trick, or if he does a drop, of course, he can leave himself locked out of one of his own expansions and then lose all of his probes that way. But Jangbi not allowing that to happen. Meanwhile, though, a drop on the main coming down here from Memory. This one's at least going to unload its cargo. I think it might be a little more successful. Really nothing in the main base to defend here. He's going to put down some mines around the gateways, and meanwhile this might be enough of a distraction for him to get a drop in at the south, but oh no, Jangbi's going to have none of that. Jangbi's just going to run in once again, and this is a weak point here. Memory for some reason doesn't like to defend this area. I guess he's busy trying to defend two areas with his tanks, north and south, and he's going to lose. There's some Jangbi Storms. That's what I've been waiting for. Jangbi Storms covering one and now two patches of tanks getting blanketed there. Now the Speedlots are going to finish him off. Jangbi's not going to mind losing a couple of probes here. In fact, Memory's too busy. He's not even bothering microing against those probes. Jangbi has just taken out so many tanks here, and Jangbi's actually going to pick off that that command center there at the right side. Some damage being done in the main from those 4 Vultures, but again, like I said, those Vultures are going to get cleaned up eventually, not taking out any probes really because of the photon cannon being warped in the main. That tank drop might actually do a little bit more damage, but honestly I don't think it's going to be enough, especially now with the tech switch into carriers. The Terran player is just not going to have anything to deal with carriers, especially because he can't move out right now, obviously, because he has no army. If he had more of an army, he could try to do some kind of attack here and delay the Protoss. But at this point, really, he's got just these dropships. Jangbi doesn't even care. He's gonna make a Dark Templar, and let's see how fast Memory's reaction time is. It is just not fast at all. It's not fast enough. He does not have a scan, obviously. Jangbi can let his goons get killed. It doesn't matter. Memory is just so out of this game. And this just shows a pretty big skill differential between these two players. Memory tried to play a standard game and just got wiped. I think one of his major mistakes was that huge clump of tanks that got destroyed by just Speedlots about 5 minutes ago. Really, I think there was no reason for him to lose that many tanks. Good intercept of the probes, but I still don't think that's going to make any difference. Jangbi at 5 bases, or at least 4 expansions. And Memory at, I think, 3 bases total. Really just not a fair fight here. And here comes Jangbi. He has a tech advantage also. He's got the carriers. And, there's absolutely nothing to deal with air, of course, in Memory's army. Memory just trying to do a counterattack. Jangbi smartly there, actually, making a pylon wall on his own main base, just to make sure the Vultures don't overwhelm his defenses there. There are Charon boosted Goliaths here. They might actually pick off a carrier. No, it looks like the carriers will retreat to safely on time. But out of 3 Stargates producing full time, I think Jangbi's gonna have more than enough carriers pretty soon to be able to deal with anything here. And Jangbi is just in great position here. He's got a ground force that could probably defeat Memory's ground force by itself, and Goliaths are no match to the Speedlots and goons like that. And it's going to be a combined arms attack here. This is just almost unstoppable for the Terran player. Even if the Terran player were better, at this point there's just nothing he can do. He's trying to hold this high ground here with all of his siege tanks, but with so few Goliaths, once the carriers come up, that's going to be it. Those tanks are just going to be taken out. He does have nice upgrades. I'll give him that. I just noticed he has +2/+2. Good work, Memory. Got the flash upgrades, but unfortunately you don't have the flash everything else, which means not dying to gateway units and not dying to carriers, which Flash doesn't do that often. But anyway, so here are the carriers just killing off the supply depots. Smart move, actually. It's going to slow unit production a lot, and after he's done with that, he's going to probably just go for the main army. We're seeing another attempted drop here. They're dealing with a bunch of DTs. I think a scan went off, so they killed that DT off. But at this point, Memory is just I think he's just fighting because this is the last game of the series for him. That's going to be the end of his MSL once he loses this. Oh man, and another nice storms there from Jangbi. Jangbi storms covering those tanks. Doesn't matter if that Archon goes down. 7 kills already, and trust me, those are all Goliaths and tanks. So it's a pretty effective pair of High Templar there. Jangbi's still just trying to do a counter at this new expansion, but doesn't matter. Even if the expansion goes down, the main base is gone, armory down, everything's going to go down there. So not too much to cast. I did hear though that the last series I am finishing off, Jangbi versus, I'm sorry, Jaedong versus Free, was quite epic. So I am excited for that cast. This game too has been, I mean, I think the result was a little bit more predictable just because I came in here seeing Jangbi dominate Memory in the first game. And you know, on this map, which is less Terran biased, I didn't expect that much different, especially once the opening occurred in a standard way. Once there was you know, basically no cheese opening for Memory, I basically thought that Memory didn't have a chance in the late game. And here he is, unfortunately for him, proving me right here. Goliath's getting isolated and just picked off, and just Memory refusing to GG, even though it is by far clear that it is a good game. And by the way, Jangbi is by no means a player who won't go for a little bit of BM if he wants to, you know, a little bit of bad manner, like Firebat Hero. He's not as bad as Firebat Hero, but certainly he falls in the Samson Khan tradition of being a little bit BM when they're obviously going to win a game. In the first game, we saw Jangbi at the very end build something like 5 Stargates, and most likely those are for scouts when Memory refused to GG. So if Memory keeps this up a little bit longer, we could be seeing some, you know, interesting buildings in the middle of the map, or some interesting, you know, units, you know, Dark Archons, Arbiters, Stasising SCVs. All these things are possibilities, of course. You know, he is so far in the lead. It just, you know, I think pro gamers basically bring it upon themselves when they don't GG when they're really far behind like this. And yeah, SCV is not going to do anything against carriers. Neither are 1 or 2 Goliaths coming in at once going to do anything here. Storm on the SCVs. Ooh, maybe he's going to hallucinate some things. Storm on the Goliaths. It doesn't even matter. He doesn't, you know, he can micro if he wants to, you know, get some practice in, but 6 Goliaths against like 8 carriers, you're just not going to win with the Goliaths. Yeah, so yeah, carrier killing everything. Carrier's killing everything. SCV's going to get killed. Memory just fighting on desperately, I guess. He's going to get stormed pretty much left, right, and center here. And, you know, at this point I would kind of want Jangbi to do something funny because, oh, okay, GG coming from Memory. A little disappointing. I want to see Jangbi get some mind control done or something like that. Jangbi winning comfortably here. He is going to be, I believe... Actually, I'm not going to speculate on who he's playing. I am not exactly sure who he is. Oh, oops, I got it. He is playing the winner of Yellow Arnak and Type B. So it's going to be a Zerg player he's facing in the next round, the round of 8 of the MSL. Meanwhile, stay tuned for Jaedong versus Free.